Alright everybody, welcome to another episode of Psycho's Platters, always powered by coffee, each and every time. So, what's the mighty Psycho going to go off and do today? We're going to have ourselves another contest response video, that's right. I know some people are like going, oh, another one? Well yeah, because these contests are fun. And we'll be having some 45 videos down the line real soon here. But for this time around, ladies and gentlemen, the contest is being run by a very cool guy by the name of Rod. Happy Hippy the Vinyl Guy. Yeah. So basically it is what we'd like to call the Kiss contest, okay? Because he wants 4 albums total in this contest, each spelling out the letters K-I-S-S, okay? So that is why it's called the Kiss contest. But the prize is an awesome looking Kiss record that I've never seen before. And I've been a Kiss fan for, 45 years. And I always would gladly love to have another Kiss record in my collection. So, K-I-S-S contest, that's right. So the first album, right out of the starting gate, this gentleman from Happy, Texas. Yeah, town called Happy. One of my recent vinyl finds, actually. Buddy Knox's self-titled album from June 1957 on Roulette Records. So basically, he formed a band out in Happy, Texas called the Rhythm Orchids. He ends up meeting fellow Texan Roy Orbison, and he goes off and he's like, hey, why don't you go off and go see Norman Petty off in Clovis, New Mexico? And so that's what he does. And there, in Norman Petty's studios, he cuts the #2 hit Party Doll, which happens to be on this album. And like I said, it is on Roulette. Buddy unfortunately passed away on Valentine's Day, 1999. Very, very cool to have this in the collection, that's for sure. So the first album is Buddy Knox. So the second album, we go off and we jump all the way to the pride of Berwyn, Illinois. As Sven Gulli's show would say, Berwyn. So, the pride of Berwyn, Illinois, from 1970, the Ides of March vehicle, that's right. So, they started out in late 1964 as the Shon, S-H-O-N Dells, okay? So not Tommy James Shondells, but the Shondells. In 66, they went off and changed their name to the Ides of March, which of course was a Shakespearean line. They originally released several different 45s on the Parrot label. Somewhere in my collection I've got Roller Coaster, which is an awesome, cool song from 66. Then they jumped to Cap Records in 68, and then of course they landed in Warner Brothers for a couple albums. This one here, Vehicle, was released in 1970. Single shot up to #6 in the Billboard charts. Then they jumped to RCA for, in 1972-73, and then they didn't get back together until 1990, and then they stayed ever since. Now, 2 members that happen to be on this album, Ray Hare and John Larson, passed away both within months of each other in 2011. Now, I don't know if you can tell, guys, but this album is completely signed. There wasn't enough room, so there's another signature on the back. But I had the pleasure to meet this band. They did a very cheap 4th of July concert. I want to say it was 2004 or 2005. I can't quite remember. But I also knew the guy that was doing lighting and sound. Lighting and sound for that show. And so I got to take some very cool upfront pictures of that gig. All of them seemed to be nice. Jim Peterick was the most awesome one. He's not only signed this is my only Ides album, by the way. He signed this, and he signed several Survivor albums, which of course is the band he'd go to after an aborted solo career in the mid-70s. So that is album #2. #3 is a band that maybe not a lot of people know unless you're a horn rock aficionado. And I wouldn't even know about this band either if it wasn't for my buddy Ronnie Dark, who does his radio show, The Wax Museum, on Sunday nights in Syracuse, New York. So album number 3 from 1970 is from the group The Seven. The song is Song. The album is Album. That is literally what the title is. The album is Album. Not a lot of information, though, on these guys, other than they were from the Syracuse, New York, and surrounding areas. There isn't really a nice batch of horn rock on this. They ended up having a single off of it, which I happen to have here as well. It was given to me, which was the cover of Tell Her No, which was the Zombies tune, right? So this ended up being a single. Go check that out on YouTube, the 7 version of Tell Her No. They also do a very interesting version of the Martha and the Vandellas classic Heat Wave. This one here, like I said, was a contest winning. This was signed by the bass player of the band, Chuck Sajori. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. For that, album number 3 is The 7. The last one here I picked up last week. I had the original of all the way from England here, good old Small Faces, Ogden's Nut Gone Flake. Yeah, I had this album in my original first collection in the late 1970s. Now I know this is not the original press, bear with me here a second. So the original press came out in May of '68. It was basically the Small Faces' last real album, okay? Only made it to 159 on the Billboard charts in '68. Number 1 in the UK though, and basically off of here you've got hits like Afterglow and Lazy Sunday. Okay, Small Faces do not get enough love in my opinion. But if I can get in here a second, I'm going to show you something on this. So this here I did not know about until last week. This was a 1973 reissue, alright, from Immediate / Abco, yes, as in Abco, Alan Klein's label, good old Mr. Troublemaker, who had all kinds of the Stones catalog from Decca and managed the Beatles towards the end, or should I say helped to destroy the Beatles. But needless to say, I tried to look up as to why this album landed in a 1973 on Abco. I have no clue whatsoever. It is a typical round cover. It's a little difficult to get out, so I'm not going to take that all the way out, but I want to show you the label. See, it says Immediate and Abco both on there, and I have not had a chance to play this '73 reissue. I know it's been reissued many times on CD as well, and I think it also got a deluxe vinyl treatment in the last couple of years too. But I like this album. This was the only Small Faces album that I had in my first collection, and I hate to say this, this is also the only Small Faces album I currently have in my collection. So, these guys, not enough love, like I said. The 1973 reissue of Ogden's Nut Gone Flake from the Small Faces. So, once again, everybody, I appreciate you guys coming over here to watch this. Go subscribe to Happy Hippie, the vinyl guy. I think Rod will love you for that. And go into the contest. If I remember correctly, I think he said February 2nd is the deadline. So you got plenty of time to go put your own video in. And once again, everybody, take care. God bless. Rock on. And remember, always powered by coffee. Each and every time. See ya, guys.